games and esports at the Aria Resort and Casino. It's called Poker Central and can hold up to 300 people, including 120 fans and spectators. The studio will host different poker and esports tournaments. The studio will be open to the public on an event-by-event basis.
Managing money, paying bills, and saving for a rainy day, all things that a lot of adults struggle with. Well, now there's a program offered in many schools to show young people how to do that themselves. 13 Action News anchor Carla Wade is here to explain how it works.
Yeah, well, Steve, Junior Achievement's purpose is to inspire and prepare young people to succeed in a global economy. And one student we talked to is more than ready for that challenge.
I was surprised that you actually had to pay so many bills. I didn't think you had to pay that many bills.
Maybe she didn't understand adulthood before, but now fifth grader Nia Maton has it all figured out. Junior Achievement of Southern Nevada, one of the sponsors of the 401k Race for Financial Fitness, has educational programs at Walter Bracken Elementary School, where Nia is a student.
I think I'm going to be able to do well when I grow up because I know how to manage everything. I know how to manage my money and pay my bills.
After a trip to Junior Achievement BizTown, she's ready to conquer the world. The day-long visit to a simulated town gives kids a chance to experience the world of work,
where we get to apply for real jobs and we get to act like we're in that job for a day
and learn how to make smart choices about money.
If I had $1 million today, I'd split it up. Some goes to homeless shelters, some goes to the community, and some I have to keep for myself because you always need a little money.
Always need a little money. KTNV is a sponsor of tomorrow's race, and we hope to see you all out there. It starts at the Hooters Hotel Casino and goes from 8 a.m. until noon, and the registration begins at 7 a.m. Steve.
Thanks, Carla. The fourth graders from Hickey Elementary School had a chance to learn some valuable legal lessons today. Students took part in a mock trial at district court. Harry Potter was the one on trial and lawyered up with a top-notch student defense team. Students also took on other courtroom roles, including the judge. The children even got to sit in on an actual court proceeding.
Well, new tonight, there is a new app helping to detect autism in toddlers. The technology makes it easier for parents to screen their children at a much younger age.
For parents, one of the most difficult decisions they may face early in their child's life is whether to test for autism spectrum disorder.
A lot of parents are afraid of knowing their children need those kind of service.
An assistant professor of computer science and engineering at the University of Buffalo is one of the researchers who helped create the free app EarlySee, which helps detect autism in children as young as 12 months old.
The earlier diagnosis, the earlier therapy and intervention, the more benefit we will have.
Right now, the average age of autism diagnosis is 5 years old, but the research team at UB hopes this app will help families detect autism years earlier. The phone's camera detects a child's eye movement and eye attention to analyze their social and cognitive capabilities while watching this video.
We will look at the neurocognitive response of children.
Based on the behavioral response after the 40 seconds is up, researchers can estimate the risk of autism.
Children with autism, their behavior would be different from normally developed children.
The data is then sent back to researchers to examine. They will send the results back to families within 2 to 4 weeks.
The earlier you get diagnosed, the earlier you can get involved in services.
Amy Jablinski is a licensed psychologist. She says children with autism do best when they get the support they need at an early age. She says if a child is not making good eye contact, it should be a red flag for a parent.
I think not all people are aware of the signs and symptoms of autism, so they don't even really know what to look for.
Researchers say EarlySee has a 97% accuracy rate compared to the standard clinical testing for autism, testing that takes 9 months for results. They stress this app isn't a replacement for that test, but rather another tool for parents who want to give their children the best care possible.
And again, this app is called EasySee. Right now, it's only available for Androids. Researchers hope to launch the app for iPhones within the next few months.
It is peak bloom season for the famous cherry blossoms in the nation's capital. About 3,000 cherry trees were planted around the tidal basin in East Potomac Park and on the grounds of the Washington Monument. Japan gifted them to the United States back in 1912. More than 1 million visitors are expected to go to Washington over the next few days to see them in full bloom.
Now, 13 First Alert weather.
But our winds would take those blooms and just send them everywhere. Oh, we got some big wind on the way, but you knew that. We've been talking about it all week. Said it'd be advisory level, certainly is. Hey, noon to 10 p.m. That's crunch time for us, but nevertheless, before that and even after that, we'll still experience some stronger wind. Valley-wide, really area-wide, a couple of states involved in that too, at least portions of them. Gusts 50 miles per hour possible. Let me just show you what's doing. Looks like in the overnight hours, they won't pick up much, but then late morning a little bit more, and you can see the numbers just kind of check in right there. By the afternoon hours, we're looking at 20, 30 mile per hour sustained winds, and the gusts even higher than this. Of course, they're coming out of the southwest, so we're going to see a lot of the southwestern areas get hit the hardest with that. Even some upper elevation winds will get a little strong there. Later on, they start to